Hello everyone, my name is Chelsea Jordan and I'm from the Faculty of Science and Technology. I wouldn't say that I necessarily chose the UWI KFL, but UWI chose me. I know that sounds kind of funny, but I say that because since coming here, the opportunities that I have been given, I don't think I would have gotten anywhere else. For instance, I am an OSS volunteer, so I work with orientation and doing the tours and stuff. And then last year, I got to work, under the FSC committee. And now this year, I'm on the guild as the rep. And even in Circle K, I became the first international trustee from Barbados, so I don't think that I would have necessarily gotten all those opportunities and all this exposure if I didn't come to KFL. So I think the best aspect about studying here is the diversity. There are persons from almost every Caribbean island here, and even exchange students from abroad. And I just think that speaks to the environment that KFL has kind of cultured throughout the years. When I hear accent now, it doesn't shock me. It's like, yeah, I know that accent. So I just think having a melting pot of persons, coming together, with one vision and one goal, to me is one of the best things about studying here. So one thing I think I would say, kind of continuing on from my whole diversity aspect, is the fact that there's so many different variations to one thing. And I would talk about the food, for instance. When our island associations have their food days, a Guyanese bake is not a Trini bake, and a Trini bake is not, a Bajan bake. So it's something as simple as that, the Jamaican ackee versus what we call ackee. I just think it's interesting, to say the least, and I just find it very warming to know that if I go and visit another Caribbean island, that I would know somebody there, who I would have spent my KFL years with. I think the feeling of being able to speak to certain people and making it feel a bit homey makes me feel okay to go to some persons. What I would say is having persons like in OSS, for instance, or some of my lectures, where you don't even have to talk about school. You can just talk about life, talk about anything. I think that would have really helped me in terms of finding my way, not only into my studies throughout the faculty, but life in general. My number one advice, I would say, is to join the first year experience. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I always preach this. From time coming into the university, I found the FYE to be a place where I could be myself amongst first year, so I didn't feel stupid, to say the least. We all were starting at ground zero. And I just feel like you learn things in FYE, such as how you study tips, etiquette, and all of those things kind of add to your whole UWI experience. I would also say that coming from the Faculty of Science and Technology, a lot of the persons I would have met, are from SOCI or humanities. And I just think that if I didn't join the FYE, I may not have been able to meet people as easily as I did. So I would encourage you to join, as well as never be afraid to ask questions. I know sometimes it can be intimidating, especially in classes where it's like 100 people and you don't want to sound as if you don't know anything. But I think that the lecturers are there for a reason, and they do have their degrees already, so their main job is to help you. And I think that just going up to a lecture and just talking and getting accustomed to it, that's also something that I would advise students to do.